Welcome to the Explainer, everyone. Look, if you've been searching for a no-nonsense, clear-cut breakdown of exactly which visualization tools you need to survive your practical data examination, well, you hit the jackpot. Today, we're unpacking the ultimate survival guide. We are taking the actual source material, literally the exam rubric, and turning it into a highly focused game plan. Mastering these specific visuals is exactly what transforms you from a data novice into a confident analyst who knows how to make the numbers speak. So here's the golden question, right? When you finally sit down to take that practical exam, what exactly is required of you? Let's be real for a second. It is incredibly easy to get completely overwhelmed by the sheer volume of visualization libraries out there. It's like navigating an endless open sea of charts. But here's the good news. To succeed, you don't need to know everything. You just need a reliable roadmap. We have the specific exam parameters, and we're going to get you that much-needed clarity right now.
Okay, let's dive right into the syllabus we'll be covering. 1. Practical data examination protocols. 2. Matplotlib, the core 4. 3. Plotly, the essential 2. And finally, 4. Acing your practical exam. All right, starting us off, Section 1. Practical data examination protocols. Setting the stage.
We're treating this source material as what it really is, a high-stakes exam rubric. It explicitly spells out the required visualization libraries and the exact chart tools you absolutely must know to execute your data exam successfully. And think about it, an examiner doesn't just care if you memorized some Python syntax. No way. They want to see if you can instantly grab the right visual tool to tell the perfect data story. These guidelines are the strict parameters that prove you can handle data responsibly. Once you understand them, you immediately narrow your focus and streamline your whole learning process.
Moving right along to Section 2, Matplotlib, the core 4, your foundational toolkit.
4. Literally, just the number 4. Burn this number into your brain for the Matplotlib section. All right, here they are, the core 4 required charts for Matplotlib: the histogram, the bar chart, the line chart, and the pie chart. The source is crystal clear that you must be proficient in these 4 to pass this section. Just as a quick refresher on the underlying techniques, you'll need the histogram for showing frequency distributions, the bar chart for comparing distinct categories, the line chart for tracking trends over time, and the pie chart for those part-to-whole relationships.
Now, what's really interesting is how we take those abstract syllabus requirements and ground them into reality. For Matplotlib, you've got to handle both categorical and frequency data. And guys, this is a classic trap on these exams. You have to know exactly why both bar charts and histograms are on this list. Bar charts are for distinct separate buckets, like comparing total sales in the North versus the South. Histograms, on the other hand, group continuous numerical data into bins, like taking a huge range of ages and grouping them into 10-year brackets to spot the highest frequency. Nailing that distinction shows you actually get the data, not just the code. When you can execute clean versions of both, you can check off half of the core 4 right there.
And of course, you've got to be able to show those part-to-whole relationships. Enter the classic pie chart, or its slightly sleeker, more modern cousin, the donut chart. They do the exact same job of showing how individual pieces make up a total 100%. Once you master this, along with the line chart for analyzing your continuous trend data, well, that's it. That is the final piece of the Matplotlib puzzle. If you can confidently drop a histogram, bar, line, and pie chart, your foundation is absolutely rock solid. Next up, Section 3, Plotly. The essential 2, streamlined visualization. Okay, take a deep breath because Plotly is basically giving you a break here. Look at this contrast. Matplotlib demands the core 4. But our source material reveals that Plotly only asks for 2. 2! It is an incredibly streamlined requirement. Just mentally categorizing these tools like this, 4 for the heavy foundation, 2 for the focused interactive tool, is a massive advantage when you're managing your time and anxiety under the gun during an exam.
So, what are the explicit requirements for Plotly? Just the bar chart and the line chart. That's your essential 2. And honestly, it makes total sense why these made the cut. Plotly shines because of its incredibly clean, interactive nature. A Plotly line chart lets users literally hover over complex time series points to see the exact values. An interactive Plotly bar chart lets you zoom and filter in ways that static charts just can't touch. So don't even stress about demonstrating histograms or pie charts in Plotly for this practical. Just focus 100% of your energy on leveraging that interactivity for your bars and lines.
Let's bring it all home. Section 4, Acing Your Practical Exam, the ultimate checklist. Let's move to our synthesis and see how this all builds into a complete strategy.
This brilliantly illustrates your entire battle plan in one place. Honestly, if you only remember one thing from this entire explainer, take a mental screenshot of this matrix right here. On the left, Matplotlly, serving as our broad foundation with its 4 mandatory charts: histogram, bar, line, and pie. On the right, Plotly, keeping things hyper-focused with the essential 2, the bar and line chart. Having this exact mapping locked in your brain guarantees you'll never pull the wrong tool for the wrong library when it counts. So here is the absolute most crucial takeaway. Your ultimate competitive advantage is focus. By strictly mastering these exact chart protocols across both libraries, you empower yourself and completely eliminate study bloat. Seriously, why spend hours learning 50 obscure visualization types if they aren't on the rubric? Stick to this exact list, hone your execution on these specific functions, and you are going to walk into that practical exam completely bulletproof.
To wrap things up, I want to leave you with this final thought to chew on. You know the exact tools required now, the Matplotlib 4 and the Plotly 2. So, when you actually sit down to face the pressure of your practical examination, which of these visualization protocols are you going to